Helping me out. So anyway, I guess we'll get rolling. And what I'd just like to know is what is the motivation behind what you're doing currently with either a solo project or a band? The band.
Well, I have a band I've been playing with. Actually, we've been playing together for the past couple of years. Steve Sharp is the bass player, and Gregory Moore is the drummer. We just started playing live this past spring. We're just finishing up a tour. Then we're going over to Europe in a couple weeks.
So you're finishing up the tour here in which part of the country is this? I forget. The West. So you went clear over to the East and now back over to the West and then over to Europe.
Yeah, and well, I didn't release any music for a long time, about 7 or 8 years or so, something like that. But I never stopped playing, and I, had a chance to play a whole lot by myself and work on a lot of ideas music-wise, as well as, working behind the scenes as far as putting out other people's records and stuff like that.
Yeah. One of the songs that we just played earlier, Yes Officer song off that Getting Even CD.
Yeah.
Was that a personal experience or?
Yeah, it was basically just kind of an event or incident that happened, and my recollection of it. I just kind of came up with a recollection of it.
Yeah, just kind of venting the old frustration with the old cop establishment.
Well, I don't know. It's just something that happened, and it seemed to be problems there, I guess.
Okay. Okay. Now, what I'd like to know is maybe a little bit of some of your background, and well, I know you're been played in Black Flag, who was definitely one of my favorite bands, and your guitar playing has always been my favorite playing, just because it's kind of wild and crazy. As I hear a lot of new bands that are just kind of just chunky all the way down the road, and don't really like to get too wild. But I was just wondering, just kind of on a little bit of as far as how you were growing up, what kind of environment you came from, whether you came from like a affluent family or or whatever.
No, not really. My dad was a teacher, and my mom didn't work, so it's pretty not. We certainly weren't poor, but they had 5 kids, so it was hardly affluent.
Yeah.
But then certainly not destitute by any stretch.
Mm-hmm. So you grew up in L.A. area, or just L.A. particularly, or was it more suburban or urban?
Yeah, by the beach.
Wow, that must have been a lot of fun. But
sometimes.
Yeah, it's getting. I don't know. It seems to be every time I go down to L.A., I always get the quick urge to leave very quickly. But it's kind of a personal feeling. But anyway, God, oh geez. Oh, what I'd like to know is just, as far as, I was wondering just about the changes, just because, as far as, playing in Black Flag, and you seem to be still putting out, the same, the releases on the SST record, or label, and, let me see, okay, yeah, and I'm just wondering, do you still have the same feelings as you did, 10 years ago, and as you do now, and the same reasons for continuing to putting out releases?
Oh, yeah. What I do is I just work with music that I like, and I on my record labels, SST, Cruise, and New Alliance, just put out recordings that I like, and I think that that's the whole thing as far as not getting tired of something is if you enjoy what you're doing, and I've been able to do that, and so it's something I enjoy a lot.
Yeah, that's really cool. So, yeah, I do have some more questions following along here. I just need to consult my list. And let me see. Yeah, this is what I was really kind of concerned about, because what I noticed is, like, I've been, I do my little thing over here at the station, and kind of continuing with the punk rock and just the hardcore, or just kind of just muckraking in general, and but I do notice that there's always this change in kids, as I get older, that it always seems like there's a certain gut rage when you're like 18 or 19, but as you 10 years down the line, it kind of falls a little bit differently. You have different ideas, and I was just wondering if you had any thoughts along those lines.
Well, I think a lot of people at a certain point don't feel the constraints that they do later in their lives, and practical considerations for a lot of people tend to have an impact on their values, and I think there's a lot of the rebellion that happens with teenagers that's just kind of fabricated and is very thin, and then it's just kind of a trend with people, and then they get over it. And then you find that there's also a certain number of people, albeit a small minority of people, that just continues existing outside of the system.
Yeah, that's what I've seen defined, is that, be it punks or whoever they are, it's just you tend, as you get older, there's just this group of people that just don't, there's just eccentric, strange people, you just kind of just, march to the different beat, just cruising along, and you find because I remember when I was like a teenager, there was just you just had this certain like punk group and everything, and it was very myopic, and then as you grew older, there was it just turns into being a whole bunch of people that from all different walks of life, and I was just mentioning that just because your label tends to release, and always has released, a lot of different. It's not really just like a straight type of punk music. It's all different types of punk with different types of bands coming from different areas of the scene.
Yeah, I don't know exactly how to label it, but and we also do a lot of spoken word releases on New Alliance as well. So, I try to get involved with different perspectives than just a narrow one, and that keeps it more interesting for me.
Yeah. So, tell me about this band you're playing with tonight, Transmission.
Transition?
Oh yeah.
They're
Transition.
from San Francisco. They did the whole tour with us, which is just coming to an end. They have a record out on SST that came out this year called Spine.
So are they a young group of kids, or have they been around for a while? Or?
They haven't. I think their band's been around for a couple years. It's their first record, so they're a fairly new band. But it's been really good touring with them. They have really cool songs and great lyrics, and just good band.
So is this the first time you've kind of been out on a tour in a while, or?
Last spring we toured all over the United States and Canada, and this time we did it again, going to mostly new places, or different places than we did the past spring, and a few of the same places, like we're playing San Francisco again.
Mm-hmm. So has there been some interesting play? Do you try to kind of shake it up between maybe some small towns? Because I know when bands come through Sacramento, that is it's not really necessarily a small town, but it is kind of off the beaten track as far as, most of the bands that come through and come into the Bay Area or San Francisco, but they don't usually make it out to Sacramento. Do you try to make an effort to maybe get out to those kind of not really too backwoods, but to us Sacramento is a little bit backwoods. So
well, yeah, we like to play every place that we can, and a lot of the small towns can be a lot of fun, and not that Sacramento's that small, but we play a lot smaller towns as well.
So have you been doing a lot in the Midwest? And if you have, I was just curious how things are going in other parts of the country as far as just interest in your this form of music.
Well, it's going well. We played, really all over the country, all over in the Midwest and the South and, North.
What was probably the strangest place you've played?
Wow. Florida was kind of bizarre this time. We all kind of felt that way. We
just
don't know exactly how to explain it, but
it's a really unusual vibe coming across from various people, or
yeah, I enjoyed it myself, but it was weird.
Yeah, I could imagine that. So, what about have you played with some really cool unheard of bands, or even heard of bands around that other than Transition?
Well, yeah, I'm trying to think. I can't think of any right off that. Yeah, there's been some good ones, though.
Well, that's great. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh God. No. What I do have to ask you. So I was going to ask this, and I was just wondering just about kind of the litigation between Negative Land and the label, and the Meat Puppets and the label. So. I was just wondering kind of what your point of view was that, because a lot of times you just in the press you just kind of, or in the alternative press, or mainly like kind of what Negative Land's been sending around, and and it's not to say that I'm like any on any one side. I'm just kind of just would like to hear your side concerning some of the.
Well, all of those things have been settled, but the thing with Negative Land is it's an ongoing situation there, where basically they had an agreement with us, and they decided to back out on it, and the whole lawsuit we had with them revolved around them taking some money, advance money, for a live album that they were supposed to that we were supposed to put out, and then they just took the money.
So it didn't really have anything to do with the record that was that they were sued for, the U2 record, or
it primarily had to do with the live album. Yeah, I mean, some of the information, distorted information, has been put out, but I'm just telling you what the situation is that had to do with a live album. But it's been settled, and we're going to put out the album, and that's done with.
Well, that's cool. So I'm also kind of curious of what do you think of Henry Rollins' success right now, and all those strange things he's been doing?
I haven't really, I don't have a lot of contact with it, because I just, I haven't heard his new album or anything. I guess, that might explain, show my interest level or something, but I just don't, have a lot of contact with it, and I haven't seen him play, for a long time, so.
Yeah, I just found it just kind of strange that someone like him was got to that level in the first place, but I don't know. I just thought it was kind of strange. So. Anyway.
I want to tell you, Derek, about a radio show that we used to have in the Los Angeles area called Screw Radio. In fact, I have a couple guys want to get on the line here and from the radio show, but maybe you can let them on in a minute. But we got kicked off the air because the station went to an all-Asian format. It was a daily show that we had on for about 6 months. But we are going to bring it back as a weekly syndicated show. Again, it's called Screw Radio, and it's hosted by Poindexter Stewart. Also featuring a Jimbo and Buford McGillicuddy.
All right.
And if you want to talk to those guys, they happen to be here.
Okay, that sounds great. We'll have to give them our address and stuff so we can maybe get keep in contact with them.
You guys should play it on your station, definitely.
Yeah, we're definitely always trying to fight to stay on the air and try to fight to remain freeform so we can.
Boy, do you have problems with the school establishment there?
Yeah, that's mainly it. Is the school? It's actually the student government here. They're always trying to cut our funds, and we're trying to hang on to them all the time. And they just, they always come up with this stuff that KDVS doesn't play what. We have no idea what they're playing. We never heard of it before, and we're like, well, that's what we're supposed to be playing. If
they
you
think
listen
you should
to
play
it,
Van Halen or something.
Yeah, pretty much. Or I don't know, Eye of the Tiger. Who did that song?
Survivor. Or
yeah, exactly. That's what I think they want to hear is Eye of the Tiger. So.
Maybe Winger.
Oh,
they might like that.
Oh yeah, I think that'd be good too. So all the great rock and roll schlock of the.
Well, maybe you guys could do a benefit.
What's that?
Maybe you could do a benefit.
Oh yeah, we've had a few benefits going before. We just did a benefit not too long ago with Lagwagon actually. From Santa Barbara. So and it turned out pretty good and. Going to continue on from there. I think it's mainly just keeping ourselves together, and there's plenty of support. So,
do you want to talk to Buford from Screw Radio?
Yeah, does he want to do it on the air? Go on the air?
Yeah, just a moment. I'll get him.
All right.
Hey, how you doing? Is this Derek?
Yeah.
What's going on, Derek? I happen to be from Jacksonville, Florida.
All right. So
my name is Buford McGillicuddy, and I'm hanging out up north here, but I'm on Screw Radio. You know that show?
I haven't heard of it before, but Greg was telling me about it.
You've been down to L.A.? Them folks is Hollywood. It's crazy down there. I'll tell you, Derek.
Yeah, I try to avoid that place as much as possible.
It's a gas down there. I'll see you. Y'all be listening for Screw Radio.
All right, we will.
Okay, well, I'm sorry about that.
That's all right. It's always, was that one of the reasons that Florida was just kind of one of those places you didn't really know? But
well, yeah, he's like one of our roadies, and he's okay. I thought he was weird, and then the other people down there, it's crazy, yeah.
Oh, great. So, all right, well, I think we're going to go ahead and probably play another cut off your new CD, but I'd like to thank you for giving me a call and doing this interview here. And is there any particular cut off your probably your new one that you like or want people to hear?
You could play On a Roll, the first one, if you want to.
Okay, well, we did already play that one.
Okay, well then just, I don't know.
All right, we'll slap something on. I think what we got on right now is Taking the Other Side.
Okay.
So song number 2. And well, I guess we and the listeners will be seeing you out there at the Press Club tonight, and have a great show, and forever rock on, because you are a great guitarist, no doubt.
Well,
and,
thanks.
I do respect everything you've done in your label, so take care.
Cool. Good night.
Good night.